Well, King Harris done set the vibe for the week. He done got his parents, T.I. and Tiny, standing on business for real. It all started when King Harris decided to explode during a Saints-Falcons game on his parents, T.I. and Tiny, over his upbringing. Well, leave it up to an Atlanta lounge to try to capitalize on that explosion and Instagram live viral moment by putting up a flyer that showed T.I. and King hosting an R&B Wednesday. Everybody online starting to assume that T.I. and King and Tiny were just on IG Live at the Saints-Falcons game for clout, making a lot of nothing. But it was news to us when we found out that apparently T.I. had not been properly paid, nor was his son King, for the R&B Wednesday flyer that was floating around. And boy, did T.I. pull up to this lounge and stand on business. Give me some of this of the real king of Atlanta.
Put me and man on the flyer, give me everything. Talk to me. And to the end, ain't nothing going. Ain't nobody getting nothing going. Nothing. Call who you need to call, do what you need to do. Ain't nothing happening. No money, no beers, no partying, no sections, nothing.
Man, come on, man. How can you roll with this flyer and not pay these people? It literally says hosted by T.I. and King. How can you possibly think somebody's gonna be good with their faces being plastered on a flyer, especially when you messing with somebody's kid? Like, come on, bruh. Like, I don't know what that spot was thinking. I think I've been to that spot before, but I'm assuming T.I. took care of the business. T.I. ended up going to the spot that night and partying there with his son King, by the way. So I would assume that the business that needed to be taken care of got taken care of, because T.I. said wasn't nobody partying. No beers, no section, no partying, no nothing until he got what was his and King's. He wasn't the only Harris standing on business. See, King, this is what real standing on business is. Tiny Harris was responding to a rumor and a freaking fake Twitter and Instagram and Facebook post that alleged her to have a child with a very respected man in the music business by the name of Bimmy. Pretty much, social media was trying to spark a rumor saying King Harris really wasn't the child of T.I.'s. He was actually the child of a guy named Bimmy. If you look at King and Bimmy, they somewhat resemble each other. Tiny said, man, this is the biggest BS ever. No disrespect, but I don't even know Bimmy like that. I was just reminded of who he was. Quit playing with us for clickbait. I'm going to tell y'all what. I'm going to tell y'all again, T.I. is one of my favorite rappers of all time. I got nothing but respect for Tiny Harris as well. Y'all gonna learn to keep them Harris's name out your mouth. You gonna learn the hard way. I want y'all to never forget this dude, Clifford Harris, one of my favorite rappers of all time, ain't never had it all in the head. And what do I mean by that? That man stepped to Floyd Mayweather, who was at least 35-0, maybe even 40-0, when T.I. stepped to that man over what he perceived to be some previous disrespect. That man stepped to a guy whose hands are literally registered weapons. He could go to jail for swinging on somebody in the street, and leave it up to T.I. to not care about that because he don't play by his family. All right, I want to thank y'all so much for the time, love, and support. Man, you can't put that flyer out there. How can you say hosted by T.I. and King in Atlanta at that? Come on, bruh. You gotta understand where T.I.'s coming from. Like, come on, bro. That's ridiculous. Time, love, and support is what your boy will never take for granted. See, King, they standing on business. Your parents, they still standing on business today. All right, I'm out.
I want to salute you, homie, you know, for building your own thing and doing your own thing.
Why build theirs when I believe I can build my own?
You've already done it, or I wouldn't be here.
I'm already the only elite sports and music journalist in the game today. My goal is simple, to be the best there's ever been. So please don't go. Make sure you subscribe and follow the journey. It truly means everything to me. I tell stories, I talk music, I cover sports, I am culture, I am FERRO.